so you can watch on Tuesday morning at 2 a.m. should you wake up with insomnia. Anyway, it's great to see you all. Happy Sunday. What an impossibly beautiful day outside. I'm honored that you would take some time off to be with me because I'm cognizant that anytime two or more are gathered, something wonderful happens. So hands to the heart, drop your chin, close your eyes, and that marvelous feeling of openness, receptivity, something new, something wonderful, a revelation, an epiphany, an epiphany, something wonderful is coming our way. You don't even have to know what it is. It's even better that we don't. It comes out of left field. It comes out of the blue. That's where all the best things always come from, yes? Because we didn't create it with our little mortal egos, which are, there's nothing wrong with them. It's just not our highest faculty. So Sunday Sacred Class is about contacting our highest faculty. Okay, now we'll chant Om together to knock on the door of the infinite. Big inhale. Feel that. Let relaxation, ease, and bliss, soothing and comfort spread from your head to your toes. This is the class right here. Conscious contact with our highest faculty. Nothing is more healing. Now set an intention or a prayer for yourself for the thing most wanted or needed right now. And don't sell yourself short. Ask big. Don't sell yourself short. Ask big. Be bold in your asking. So big you shock yourself that you would ask for something so big and bold and dynamic and brilliant, that you could deserve such a thing, that you're worthy. Good, now press send it off to the universe, and the universe is on the case. It's all being lined up for you. Now, clear our minds, make space for it to come in. And we'll chant Om one more time, and then we'll begin doing nothing immediately. You guys sound great today. Even though you're muted, we're all connected to the same nervous system, and I can feel your vibration. We can all do that. You know that. You can feel your child, yes? The phone rings and you know who it is, yes? Okay, all right. Let's move and groove together just a little. Rotate your noggin around. Off we go on a around the world in 80 minutes. H.G. Wells has nothing on us. 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Remember, we're not going anywhere. we're looking for the miracle of arriving right here, right now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relax your head down, relax your head down. All that thinking and scheming and planning and conniving and controlling and manipulating and struggling and analyzing. God, our heads get heavy. Relax your head down. Make ujjayi, soft, throaty, whispery seashell sound at the back of your throat. It kind of drowns out the incessant caterwauling of our minds. Now consider this Zen question. The Zen teacher asked his students, what in this very moment is missing? Of course, the answer always is, in truth and in spirit, nothing. Nothing is missing. Shoulders, 1, 2. I'm going to polish my knees. I just was born with shiny knees. I don't know why. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. Did we do these movements last week? I can't remember, but we probably did. And these are the doorways into our inner sanctum. 6, sanctum sanctorum. Have you conjugated any Latin verbs lately? Inhale up and out. We have just the right people in class. Arms behind your back, up, behind your neck, and explosions of ecstasy. Now you might think I'm exaggerating, but oh, the things we're going to learn together. Poof. You reach a point in your development where you no longer need evidence. What you want most is poof. You want experience. You don't want to chew on the menu anymore. You want to eat the food behind your neck. Poof. One experience is worth 1,000 concepts. Hands in front of you and come forward halfway, just halfway. I know it's tempting to do the full Monty and come all the way down, just halfway, and gently sway with your torsi side to side. Relax your hair, drain your brain. We're not here to think, I think. We're here to open the love valve. It gets jammed up. Good. Now from fingertips, long spine, inhale, look forward at your exceedingly bright future. It's amazing. Exhale, come one more increment down. Drop your head, relax your shoulders, soft armpits. Now let's do the one thing humans never do together. Hold perfectly still, not a fidget, not a movement, no wobble, no wiggle. Yogis call that chitta vritti nirodha, stillness. Inhale and come on up. Good job. All right, switch to cross. Now, a sub theme of today's class, besides blah, 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 is don't you feel sometimes when you're doing nothing that you're falling behind, that by doing something, you'd be at least staying caught up or you would get ahead of the game? But sometimes by doing nothing, you're falling behind. But I'm here to tell you that when you're genuinely doing nothing, when you come perfectly still and you make conscious contact with the infinite, not only are you not falling behind, you are gaining great momentum. Now, you may not believe this, but I don't care. What matters is that you experience it by slowing down, by lifting up the oars, by getting more directly into the current of the river. Your momentum increases rather than paddling sideways or struggling upstream. This is not to say we don't do stuff. Of course it's not. It's simply get aligned first, and then everything happens more quickly, more easily, more efficiently, more harmoniously. Life feels better. Okay, halfway forward, after we switch the cross of our legs, yes, long spine, shoulders relax, hair soft and lustrous and shiny. If you want to bob and weave a little bit like a kelp bed off of Monterey, that's okay. What do you want to be when you grow up? I would like to be a kelp bed with shiny, shimmery fish swimming through me. All is well. Everything is unfolding on schedule, not to our mortal mind, of course. Hurry, hurry, faster, faster. Get it done. Good. Fingertips, long spine. Inhale, look forward. Come down one more modicum, one more increment. I really want your shoulders down away from your ears, soft armpits, drop your chin. Now let's hold still for 30 seconds. If you were born impatient like me, this can feel like torture sometimes, but it's an acquired taste and it's quite yummy when we get it. Okay, now come on up. And inhale. And regular outhale. Now I want to give you a metaphor of what I'm talking about. Arms forward, pull in and brush. I can deliver a metaphor and move my arms at the same time. Pull in. The metaphor is if you had one of those puzzles with 500 pieces and you were trying to build it on a table that was too small, you could be a really good puzzle builder, but it's not going to fit. So by relaxing our minds and becoming quiet, we get more space for the pieces of our life to fit, and then they can just fall into place rather than being crammed in together. Pause with your paws at your side, palms up, drop your chin. We are calm and peaceful souls. Isn't that what you want for the complicated puzzle pieces to just fall into place? That's what happens when our minds become genuinely quiet. Then putting the pieces together is fun, it's interesting, it's enjoyable, it's not a burden, it's not hard. Now push your wrist forward. Go out like me. Circle back. Brush your kidneys once a day. Ooh, that feels good. Go forward. Go out. Circle back. Back here. Brush your kidneys. Zoom. Uno más, por favor. Go back. Way back. Brush forward. Inhale. Prayer hands up high. So now your hands are up in your eighth chakra. Did you know that you had an eighth chakra? Close your eyes and imagine, visualize, channelizing light, energy, power right down into the crown of your head. Oh, the things we'll see someday that we can't see yet, but we will. Inhale for an Om. Oh, part the Red Sea. Oh. Put it back together. Oh. Drowned Egyptians. Oh. Drop your chin. Now pray the very powerful prayer of empty, nothing receptivity. God, love, source, universe. I clear my mind, body, and spirit that the new can come in. I trust. It's very hard for us humans to learn how to trust. We're very fragile little water bags at a mortal level, but it's not our only faculty. Good. Now, relax, pause down, switch the cross of your legs. Now, if you have something to hydrate with nearby, we're just friends hanging out together, talking. Well, I admit I'm doing most of the talking, but it's not really me that's talking. I'm not even here. I'm just a mouthpiece. Have a sip. While we're doing nothing, the universe is working behind the scenes in your favor. Do you believe the universe works in your own individual personal favor? If you don't believe that, we should talk, okay? Now, from here, wristies. Some people think, well, the universe is kind of impersonal and it has laws and principles, but it certainly doesn't care for me personally or individually. That is a topic for exploration, if that's what you believe. Shake out your paws. Get out stinky patterns of perception fed into you by well-meaning people who didn't know what they were talking about. Who might that be? Okay, shake your paws, hella fast. And I'm actually fanning myself, that feels good. Cup your hands at your heart, drop your chin, feel wisdom, love, and light flowing into you. Things are always working out for me. When I get jammed up and the puzzle pieces won't fit into place or one is missing, all I have to do is withdraw back, let go, trust, and the answers come. We all know that. We struggle with a problem. It gets worse and worse and worse. We try harder and harder and harder, and then we try harder and harder and harder until finally it's okay, I give up. And then the answer comes. Arms out, palms up, elbows together. Lean into your paws. Drop your chin. Stop thinking. Stop thinking. When thinking slows down and stops, the firewall, the screen of the mind drops, and there's a beautiful blending as a river runs into the ocean. Let the tide come in. Now, this is not to say our thinking and effort and struggle and analysis and effort and control. It certainly has good intentions, doesn't it? This is not to judge our intentions. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. The road to heaven is not paved because nobody ever walks on it. Now, side to side, everybody wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants to die. And maybe you got some tight little hands down here. We're going to release them open, slow and steady. Sufficient. Okay, come out of that. Good. Now, just go like this. I don't know what else to say. Just go like this. And then go like that. All the money that I've spent on yoga teacher trainings over the years, and they just could have said, go like this, go like that. Inhale. Now on exhale, turn right, left hand, right knee, right arm behind you, and twist and look to the right to see things from a different angle. Relax your shoulders, close your eyes. Squeeze yourself, be your own main squeeze. It's hard to imagine there are people who never twist ever, and all the ick and chronic patterns of perceptions that have lodged in their system that never get squozen out. Inhale. On exhale, turn further to the right. Today, we're going to squeeze out some stinky old way of seeing things. One fresh new angle could change everything overnight. In the twinkling of an eye, says the scripture. Inhale. Exhale. It's important to remember that great truth and wisdom is always being sent to us. The signal is always on. It's not like the universe says, hey, let's send that person a good idea. The good ideas are always coming. The question is, are we receptive? Turn left, right hand, left knee, left arm behind you. Yoga is the art and science of cultivating receptivity, openness, willingness. You can't put more tea in a full cup. Be perfectly happy for no reason. Everything is always working out for you. If you love your kid, and I bet you do, always remember the universe loves you more than that personally. How could you have a faculty or ability that the universe doesn't have? Inhale and release. Good job, kids. We're going nowhere. It's so good. It's so good to go nowhere with your friends. Inhale. Nowhere is actually now here with a space in a different place. Stretch your legs out. Now, I do have a foot fetish, so fan your toes open really wide. Show me your feet. This is where the elite meet to show off their cute little feet. Stretch up. Bad posture. Oh, yuck. Bad posture. Inhale, perky, frisky, lively, buoyant, vibrant. Those are good words. Use good words and they'll sink into your body and then they will become your experience. Our flesh is just words, congeal. Pause down, feet in, champagne bottoms, caviar rears, lift up, just stretching our spinal cord. So more joy and ecstasy fits inside of us. But now, if you want, you could just lean forward and hover your bum above the floor. Drop your chin. If this is too strong, modify for your own capacity. We're very friendly on Sunday, not so much on Saturday. Good, and the booty comes in for a landing. And I would like it, I will admit I have a preference. Never kill your preferences, you guys. You do not want to do that. I'd prefer that you have a blanket and that when you lie on your back, you put a blankie underneath your neck to support your head. Ooh, that feels good. It's okay to feel good, you guys. Draw your knees in and grab your big toes. And if you're doing yoga with somebody else, make sure the pets or the kids are doing the same pose. On your back, happy baby, happy adult. Let it sink in. Let's sink in together. SYNCING. We're sinking in together. The groins are relaxing. The hiney is releasing. The booty cheeks are softening. The shoulders are releasing. The chin is dropping. The guts are sinking. There's so much good to receive. And we're going to apply the tincture of time. I'm going to get out a big squirt bottle and spray you with the tincture of time. And then you'll get bored, and then you'll get aggravated, and then you'll get mad, and then you'll get resigned, and you'll go through all the 5 stages. And then you'll find acceptance. But now roll side to side, knee to knee. I made up this particular movement. No human has ever done this before me. So if you ever show this to anybody, make sure you call it Greg Asana. It's where you get on your back like Greg and you roll around on your asana side to side. I get away with saying things that might get other yoga teachers fired, but that's just the way that I am. Good, now pause in the middle, lift up your head. How you doing? People should greet this way. They do in certain parts of the world. Head down. Here, for example, legs up. And widen your legs out just halfway. And let's stir our ankles around. We'll be like James Bond. We'll have them shaken and stirred. 3, 2, 1. Other way. 2. Who was your favorite James Bond? Was it Roger Moore? Was it George Lazenby? Was it Sean Connery? And we'll widen out a little more to make our undercarriages strong and healthy and keep our south of the border functions strong and lively. You don't just want north of the equator to feel good, you want to feel good in the southern hemispheres too. Good, bend your knees, kids, and roll or push up together. Up they came. Good job, good progress. I like it. Now, feet together. Now, I do have a preference that you would grab a bolster. Now, if you don't have a bolster, what have I continuously offered my friends over the years? I'll give you a bolster. Put a bolster here. That's my thank you for supporting me for 2.5 years online. And it just gets better. Now, I wonder if you can get your elbows on the bolster. If you can't, then what you do is you put a blanket on top and you keep stacking blankets until your elbows fit easily. You don't want to be like, cramming yourself down. So now, once you've made some contact with your elbows, waddle your bum back, couple waddles. It's kind of fun. Now, once you've gotten here, you bring your thumb mounds, also known as your thenar eminence, to your forehead. And we're going to gently massage our third eye, our Ajna chakra. Start clockwise, unless you started counterclockwise. Just don't go both ways at once. And rub one out on your forehead. Relax your head. That didn't come out right. I'm sorry. Apologize. Other way. Soothe your mind. Cool your jets. Good. Now we're going to do that most weird of things. We're just going to hold perfectly still and let all things fall into place. When you let go of the fist, you can pull your hand out of the cookie jar, right? When we get still, the buoy of love comes rising up within us. We're not pushing it down so hard. You don't have to create love or intimacy or joy. You just got to get out of the way. No one ever taught us that. We're taught, go out in the world, find the things you love, fight as hard as you can, compete, destroy your enemies, gather as much as you can, lock it up, and make sure nobody gets their hands on it. And that's called a recipe for disaster. Inhale, come on up. That's my new cookbook, you guys. I'm writing a new cookbook. It's called Recipes for Disaster. Now, we'll move our puffy, stuffy stuff off to the side. Now, I went to a Greg class and a reflexology class broke out. So they took their opposable thumbs, the things that porpoises are most jealous of, and they massaged the middle, center, bottoms of their feet. It feels better when somebody else does it, unless when you do it perfectly. If you need to spray your feet with some avocado oil, yum. Massage them middle, center, bottoms of your feet. I admit my class is a sensual affair. We use our senses. Now push your thumb all the way through your foot, feet. Relax your shoulders, close your eyes. Now lean slightly forward into your life. Lean slightly forward into your life. That's a good way to feel, right? Not pushing or jamming, but leaning in to the interest, the joy, the fascination, the bliss, the curiosity, the interest of life. You don't want to sit in the sidelines, but you don't want to beat up people either. Just lean in. Inhale, come up. You're doing great. Proud of you guys. Inhale for an Om. Om gets us in tune, receptive. Om. My cat's covering her ears. Oh, sorry, peeps. Oh. Prayer hands, drop chin, close eyes. Now connect the vibrational feeling of your head and your hands and your heart. Eyes are closed. This weird idea that by getting quiet and still, by getting aligned, that everything is working out. Very good. So for the last few moments, we've been in a receptive and open pose. Now we're going to squeeze out painful patterns of perception. Grab your knees, pull them in, squeeze knees together, pull your heels as close to your bottom as you can. If you look at little kids, they can easily hug their heels all the way into their bottom, way further than that actually. Rewrap. Float your head up, drop your chin, relax your shoulders. We're going nowhere. N-O-W-H-E-R-E. Now here equals nowhere. You have to admit there's a trillion more things going on that we don't see that we do see. So that's a powerful principle. It helps us overcome discouragement. Okie doke. And we'll release. Now from here, take your right shin and just fold it under like that. If this doesn't work, you can just extend your right leg out like that. It's all prayer. Fold your right shin under. Left knee out to the side is our relief. It's our release valve. Now, take your right hand underneath your right bum. See if it's all the way down. If it's not, that's why we're doing it, okay? Because this and this and this have failed to bend like they should. So put your laced hands on top of your right pocket. Gently push down. If it's too strong, boy, are you in the right place. Close your eyes. Here we are. Shouldn't we be someplace else? Shouldn't we be on a 127-foot yacht off the south of France, drinking champagne with beautiful people, wearing expensive clothing, looking beautiful? They've got nothing on us. In fact, no one's ahead of anyone else. Okay, now take these self-same laced hands behind your head and tilt your right elbow as close to the floor as you currently can. If your elbow hits the floor, wowee. If it doesn't, you have a lot to look forward to, but that's the case always anyway. Turn your chest up to the ceiling and look up toward the light, up toward delight. This squeezes your organs. It compresses your piano. It hammers your harpsichord. Up, kids. Stretch up. Oh, it's good to have long extendo spines, isn't it? Now relax your paws behind you. Just here. Please don't lean all the way back. A lot of humans can't do this pose. Shin folded under, knee out to the side, and lean back a little bit. So always remember that you're way ahead of the game. Now, just pulse your pelvis up, lift up, push, hips up, stretch your spine open, make room for ecstasy, love, bliss, joy to flow through you, and please to sink down. Great. Now drag tortured right leg out of there. Grab your knee and your foot. Actually, I'm just going to grab my foot with both hands and whoa, round and round it goes. Where it stops, everybody knows. Take it around the other way. Hey, Odin cat. Odin has done more yoga than all of us put together. Right elbow underneath your right knee. Left arm sweeps around and whoosh, goes under here. And scratch up your head. Really get in there and practice some hormesis, which is conscious suffering, scratch, tear. You know, I'm being a little facetious, but stimulate yourself. Ow. Scratch and scrape, exfoliate your thick crown of resistance on top of your head. Good. Now take right knee and right ankle over your left knee like that. This jams up my bottom a little bit, so I got to pull back on my hi, how you doings. Arms out, kitty cats. Close your eyes. Now visualize a large, really large raptor, eagle, hawk that's just gliding, catching thermals. Now, little birds have to flap like crazy to keep from crashing low to the earth. The big birds with big wings, they can catch a thermal and rise up 5,000 feet without even moving their wings. Do you get what I'm talking about? You catch higher energies and you rise up and you're not beating your wings like a lunatic bird just to keep from dropping out of the sky. For those who have ears, let them hear. Now, fold your right forearm on top of your left, hands up. Now, relax your paws, close your eyes, and let's float up on a thermal together, okay? Let's catch a spiritual thermal and rise up, eyes closed. Put the tip of the tongue on the roof of your mouth. It will help you rise. When you catch higher energy frequencies, you just are lifted up. The word raptor comes from the same word as rapture. You're drawn up. Raptors grab you and pull you up. Grab your elbows, brings them up, wakes them side to side. Show me your guns, side to side. Good, now pull your right elbow back here and lean into your right side bra strap. I'm wearing a lacy little number from Victor's Secret today. Good, now work your left elbow behind your head. Break this side. Good, now bring your arms up, kitty cats. Now bring your arms down. Take your thumbnails underneath your big toe knuckle and dig in. And we're going to develop vision together. True vision, listen to this. True vision is the ability to see what is invisible to most. Now push your thumbnail all the way in. Don't try to have vision, let it come. Good, I'll say this in old-fashioned biblical language. God, send me the Holy Ghost that it teaches me all things, brings all to remembrance, and endows me of the truth that sets me free. It's just one way of saying it. It's a nice way of saying it. Good, now swim through the jello toward me. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and just lean a little forward into your incredibly fascinating life. Drop your chin and let's all trust together. Everything is always working out. We're part of an infinitely genius design unfolding. Something smarter than you is managing things. Thank God. That's not a personal disparaging, because you certainly don't want me running things. Inhale, come on up. Now from here, bring your right knee in and just do this simple version today. Left elbow in front, hug it in. Now, our spines could be crunchy and depressed, or they could be lively and buoyant. And turn right, close your eyes, find the middle ground. Imagine a grate or a filter that was turned so that it was blocking the flow of water. The little channels were turned against the water. And then just imagine adjusting it so the little gates open and the water flows through without resistance. If you do that, You'll feel great. All right, we'll release that side, kitty cats. Very good. Now, simply wag your knees a couple of times, one more side, and I'll deposit you in Shavasana pose. Okay, now on this side, you guys, I can't fold my shin under. It's just not smart for me, but you can. I'm just going to extend my leg out. Don't feel sorry for me because I'm far too involved in that myself. Now from here, what we would do, feel underneath your left butt, see if it's all the way down. It's probably not. Place your hands on top of your left pocket, push down, close your eyes. We are calm and peaceful dyslexics. Now, when we're grading, G-R-A-T-I-N-G, we're opposing. And when we're grateful, we're aligned. Okay, now bring these self-same laced hands up hither and yonder. Turn them to push sky up. Shins folded under. Lace your hands behind your noggin. And left elbow goes this way. There's a method to my madness. I'm squeezing you and from all angles. Turn your chest up to delight, delight. Squeeze your spleen. The ancients used to think the spleen was the organ of anger. That's why they would say, vent your spleen. Maybe they were right. Lucy, you got a lot of spleening to do. Okay, come on up, kids. Same pose down here, hands behind. You're just leaning back to get leverage on your paws. And then ecstasy pose, lift up, arch your spine. That does kind of associate with ecstasy, doesn't it? You kind of know what I'm talking about. Rocket the pelvis up. Exhale it down. It's the afterglow. Now drag your left shin out, get a hold of your foot, wing it around. We don't want to be a tight ass, so take it around. This makes it so more money fits in your wallet. Other way. Why don't you have more money? My purse is too small. Good, left elbow under. Now right elbow. Whoosh. Now scrape off the top of your head so you can get some new thinking in there. Scrape, pull, scratch. Sometimes you like a good scratching match with a friend. Admit it, sometimes you like your hair pulled. Sometimes you don't. Kind of depends on who's doing it. When you're doing it, it's good. Smell your left shin. Good. Now, take this thing and just set it down there. It seems to fit, in my opinion. Pull back on your bun flesh. Okay, now we're going to catch a thermal together. Close your eyes and visualize yourself as a very large raptor. You've seen them out in the desert, and you can see them rise up 10,000, 20,000, yes, 30,000 feet without moving a muscle, just by angling their feathers. This is what we're learning, to move wheelbarrows of rocks to just moving a feather and getting way more results. This is true intelligence. Good. Now, take your left forewing on top of your right forewing. Hands up, ouch. Hands right, relax, ah. Spine long, chin level, eyes closed. Tip of the tongue on the roof of your mouth. And let's rise up in a paean of spiritual ecstasy. P-A-E-A-N, not P-A-I-N. Paean, a litany of spiritual ecstasy. Feel the lift that comes when we simply let off the chains. Align first, ask, align first, act second. The problem is when we act first and then try to align later, it's not the right sequence. Good. Now bring thy elbows up and stretch our perspective left and right. Broaden the boundaries a little bit. Good. Now work the left elbow behind your head. Lean into your bra strap. Work right elbow behind your head. Lean in. Bust the binds. Kick the pricks. That's a horse term. I'm not being crude. Up you go. Arms down. Thumbs into the big toe metatarsal. And now we're going to develop vision to see the things that are invisible to most. Push in. Hold steady pressure. Close your eyes. With your eyes closed, look up into your third eye. Look up and into your forehead. Knock. Hello. Hello. Open up. Good. Now extract thumbs from bloody feet. Bring knee in. And we're just going simple today, you guys. Right elbow in front. Grab your right wrist with your left hand, a yoga mudra. If you're in the mudra, tall spine, turn left, eyes closed.
Sorry, I'm still not.
Quiet, Siri. Shoulders relaxed, tall spine, chin level. You're shaping yourself into reception. We could spend the rest of our lives just receiving what we've asked for without having to do one more thing. This is so hard for people to understand. You've done enough. Time to receive. Inhale and release. Now comes the yummy fruit of the practice. I cleverly have these things over here. I'm going to put my knees on top. Going to lie on my back. Going to veg with you for 6 minutes. Going to relax my mouth. Now, if someone was going to give you a big smooch, a big kiss, would you want to have a tense mouth, or would you want to relax your mouth and your face and your jaw? You get what I'm talking about. Relax, open, receptive, sink into the floor. Let's pretend we're on one of those big planets, Jupiter or Saturn, where the gravity is 20 times stronger. And your body is sinking, so your spirit can releasing. And I'll be quiet for 5 minutes. Enjoy. Enjoy. It's called Shavasana. It means corpse pose. You can die. You can die to this world and visit the other one for a while. Good. Now I'm going to Om for you. It's the last sound that I'll make. You please, you don't Om, just relax. Okay, my beautiful friends, relax more, release more. I've got you right where I want you. It's the Church of Greg. And here's that opportunity if you'd like to invite God, love, source, spirit, infinite, higher organizing presence into your life. She loves to be invited. She's been waiting. So crack the door open, invite her in your language with your sincerity. A higher power of your understanding or misunderstanding. Good. Now, if you prayed that little prayer with me, you've just let in a flood tide of well-being, love, truth, beauty, vision, health, happiness, abundance, prosperity. Wiggle your fingers and toes and circulate that delicious feel God through yourself. Breathe it in, nice, big, deep breath. We're all breathing the same spirit together. Good. Draw your knees in softly, curl onto your right side for a few moments, curled up fetal position. Now, normally you have to be the adult, so allow yourself to be the infant who's loved unconditionally by a astonishingly loving parent. And then feeling that love and affinity, we'll sit up together with our eyes closed. And we stack up our new and improved amazing spines, our antennas to God, nice and tall. And we have a nice way of concluding, don't we? Our hands park at the heart, our chin drops, our head, hands, and heart, and our spirit melt together. You go deep enough into you, and I go deep enough into me, and we come to the same place together. And from that place called God, love, source, spirit, infinite, higher organizing presence, all together we say, Namaste, Namaste. Have a nice day. That's what I say. Hey, hey. Yay. Okay, kids.